Hello, everyone. Today, we're going to discuss a major U.S. travel ban that appears to be on the horizon, and this time, it could be even more restrictive than before. The Trump administration is reportedly preparing a new executive order that may once again limit entry for nationals from certain countries, citing national security concerns and inadequate vetting procedures. With the March 21st deadline approaching for a key government report identifying countries with insufficient screening processes, the United States seems ready to introduce one of the most sweeping travel restrictions yet. In this video, we'll cover what you need to know about this upcoming travel ban, who could be impacted, which countries may land on the red list, and what it means for those trying to enter the U.S. Early reports indicate that the new policy could go beyond previous bans, potentially expanding restrictions not only for new visa applicants and immigrants, but also for travelers who already hold U.S. visas. Let's take a quick look at how we got here. Back in 2017, during his first term, President Trump signed Executive Order 13769, which temporarily suspended entry for immigrants and non-immigrants from 7 countries: Iran, Iraq, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, Syria, and Yemen. Syrian refugees were barred indefinitely, and the number of refugees allowed into the U.S. was drastically cut. The sudden enforcement of this order led to chaos at airports, detentions of over 700 travelers, and thousands of visas being provisionally revoked. Massive protests erupted across the country, and numerous lawsuits challenged the ban, though a revised version was ultimately upheld by the Supreme Court in 2018, adding Venezuela and North Korea to the list. In 2020, the administration expanded the ban further, adding countries like Eritrea, Kyrgyzstan, Myanmar, Nigeria, Sudan, and Tanzania, all citing national security risks and insufficient vetting practices. Now in 2025, the Trump administration is signaling even stronger measures. On his first day back in office, he signed Executive Order 1416, instructing agencies to submit a comprehensive report on countries failing to meet U.S. security standards. The upcoming travel ban, expected shortly after the March deadline, is rumored to divide countries into 3 categories: a red list, an orange list, and a yellow list. The red list would mean a complete entry ban, while the orange list would come with partial restrictions such as limited visa categories or shortened visa validity. Countries on the yellow list would have a 60-day window to address their deficiencies or risk moving up to the red or orange lists. So, which countries are likely to end up on the red list? Leaks suggest we'll see the return of previously affected nations like Iran, Libya, North Korea, Somalia, Sudan, Syria, Venezuela, and Yemen. Afghanistan is also expected to be included. Pakistan's status remains uncertain, with speculation that it could fall on either the red or orange list, depending on security evaluations and ongoing diplomatic talks. For travelers, immigrants, and families from these countries, the effects could be severe. Visa applications may face indefinite delays, and even valid visa holders could be denied entry at the border. Green card holders may not be exempt either, although the specifics are still unclear. While the exact details are still under wraps, it's clear that the Trump administration plans to take an aggressive approach toward immigration and national security. If this ban moves forward as anticipated, it will likely face legal challenges just like its predecessors. However, with a conservative-leaning Supreme Court, there may be a stronger chance of these restrictions being upheld. As we face this potential change, preparation is key. If you're applying for a U.S. visa, move quickly, make sure your application is thorough and accurate, and consider consulting with an immigration attorney to maximize your chances before new restrictions kick in. Those currently in the U.S. on temporary visas should also seek legal advice to explore options like changing visa status, extensions, or pursuing permanent residency. Families who could be impacted might need to look into alternatives, such as family sponsorship, applying for humanitarian parole, or asylum if conditions allow. Employers who depend on workers from potentially affected countries should review their hiring strategies and, if possible, expedite sponsorship processes before policies change. Students and professionals should stay alert to updates on visa and travel regulations, ensuring their paperwork is complete and submitted as early as possible. In the coming weeks, developments could happen quickly.